Good morning, everyone. This is Riley with Midwest Market Management, bringing you our Thursday, March 19th edition of our South America weather. We're looking at this from a national yield perspective and not trying to say the little hit and miss things that are affecting some people's perspectives, but we're looking at it from a wide national yield perspective to help give a gist of what's happening in South America and how that's affecting our markets. That said, here I'm going to jump into the maps. Just myself today. Clint was tied up, so everyone's just stuck with me. So first thing we need to do, put into perspective how big of an area we're looking at. For that first crop in South America, we're looking anywhere from Mato Grosso all the way down through central Argentina. If you put just Mato Grosso on a US map, we're looking at almost the whole Midwest. So huge amount of area that we're about to cover, guys. That said, moving ahead here, 1 to 5 day temperatures, not really anything new from Tuesday. Little area of Paraguay and western Mato Grosso do Sul having a little bit of heat in the 90s, but Argentina as well as central to northern Brazil, very moderate temperatures. That's been a theme over the last few weeks, and 6 to 10 days shows that continuing. So Argentina is in need of some rain, but cool temperatures is helping to keep that stress from progressing too much. So moving ahead here, last 2 weeks of rainfall. Not really a whole lot of fresh rains have fallen this week, even though some have been forecasted. As you're looking to the north, still 4 to 5 inches. A lot of that was in the last, pushing about more towards that 10 to 14 day window. Hasn't been a whole lot of rain in the last week there. A lot of harvest progress being made, and planting progress for Safrinha crop is caught up to normal now, even after all the rains that they've had. So moving ahead, 1 to 5 day, southern Brazil not getting a whole lot of rain. We will start hearing more and more people talk about drought concerns. A lot of the crop is being harvested, but as you go south, they're the opposite of us. So the crops are less far along the further south you go. So these regions to the south missing rain is not good. And especially beans right now, they're in that pod filling stage the further south you go. So definitely not a good thing to be missing rains right now. 6 to 10 days shows some rain in the forecast pretty much across the board until you get into Argentina. Then Argentina's just been continuing to be dry. USDA did drop the yield estimates for them. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a trend that continues. Looking towards Safrinha regions here next, as I move ahead here, temperatures look very moderate. That's nothing new. Rainfall, a couple inches of rain. We're switching gears now, especially Mato Grosso, Goiás, even the Tocantins. Before we were talking about planting was slow and all the rain they were getting was slowing them down more, and that was not good. At this point, enough of that Safrinha crop's planted that now we're looking towards, they're trying to soak in all the rain they can get before dry season hits. So seeing a couple inches of rain is actually, they'd say not enough. Going into the dry season, that rain's going to slowly cut off, and they're trying to get all they can get. So looking to get more rain here in the north. And the flip side here in the Mato Grosso do Sul, Paraná, some of these regions are still planting that Safrinha crop. They do not want excessive rains. They're trying to get crop 1 out, get crop 2 in, and they're also drier as we look here to the south too. And warmer temperatures is not helping them out. So over the next week, some rain, but I wouldn't call 6/10 to less than that a whole lot. So Mato Grosso do Sul is the region where it is really hot here to the west. So definitely crop stress there. They really could use some rain. So starting to beat the bull drum. It seems like markets don't care much about too wet issues, but they do care about drought. And starting to hear more and more talks coming from Paraná, Mato Grosso do Sul, and even to the region of the south. That is, there are not a lot of Safrinha down there, but there is a lot of first crop that's still being harvested. So rain in the southern region of Brazil definitely needed. So gonna have to watch that pretty close. Map wise, that's all I got today. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Check out our website, midwestmarketmanagement.com. Got any questions? please feel free to call anytime. So hope you got something out of this. Have a good day.
This material has been prepared by a sales or trading employee or agent of Midwest Market Management and is in the nature of a solicitation. This material is not a research report prepared by of Midwest Market Management Research Department. By accepting this communication, you agree that you are an experienced user of the futures markets, capable of making independent trading decisions, and agree that you are not and will not rely solely on this communication in making trading decisions. Distribution in some jurisdictions may be prohibited or restricted by law. Persons in possession of this communication indirectly should inform themselves about and observe any such prohibition or restrictions. To the extent that you have received this communication indirectly and solicitations are prohibited in your jurisdiction without registration, the market commentary in this communication should not be considered a solicitation. The risk of loss in trading futures and/or options is substantial, and each investor and/or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance, whether actual or indicated by simulated historical tests of strategies, is not indicative of future results. Trading advice is based on information taken from trades and statistical services and other sources that of Midwest Market Management believes are reliable. We do not guarantee that such information is accurate or complete, and it should not be relied upon as such. Trading advice reflects our good faith judgment at a specific time and is subject to change without notice. There is no guarantee that the advice we give will result in profitable trades.